guys, so today I'm filming a get ready with me video for my birthday outing. I'm going to dinner and dancing with some friends of mine, and I finally get to wear this dress. I've had it for a few months now. I bought it off another blogger and was kind of waiting for a time to wear it, and it happened to be my birthday, as I thought this would be a good match. So I show you guys how I do makeup. You guys can see that my hair is curled, and you also see a full outfit and heels shot at the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoy, and keep on watching. Okay, so I just have my hair clipped back for now. It was lightly blow dried. I don't really feel like doing my hair just yet. So I know some people like to do their hair first because they get really hot and they don't want their makeup to melt off. But to me, it's whatever. So I'm starting off, I have a little tiny bit of moisturizer around my nose, especially because it's been a bit dry and it's flaky and gross. So for the first time, I'm going to use the Almay Smart Shade Perfect and Correct Primer. Okay, so I'm going to let that soak in for a minute and kind of, you know, set. I'm going to use my Ready Set Gorgeous from CoverGirl. I'm in the lightest shade, 105, Calciprese. And I'm going to use a dual fiber brush today. And then I'm going to go over it with a beauty blender when I'm blending out my contour and such. So I'm going to be using my Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer, and this is in Very Fair Light. Yeah. I'm a whitey. So first I'm going to actually use my Addiction NB Cosmetics because it's more of a salmon color, so I'm going to help to cover up a little bit of my dark circles, and then I'll kind of use my other one to highlight a bit more. I'm going to buff it in with my Zoeva 142 Concealer Buffer. I love this brush. I wish I could have more of them, but they're expensive. I've come to the conclusion that my dark circles are never ever going to go away, and no matter how much sleep I get or anything like that. They're just, I think I've had them my entire life, and they're not going to go anywhere. So now I'm going in with the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer to highlight and to also conceal a bit more. I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender end and just kind of pat that down. I'm just going to take this random brush I have. I think this is an Estee Lauder brush! Whoa. And I'm just going to go with a little bit of translucent powder and just kind of tap it on, and I'll brush off any excess. I don't like this brush. It's scratchy. I'm going to go in for a definitely more contoured look today because I'm going out tonight, and you know, face gotta show up in the dark lights. So I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Crayon Concealer in Neutral 678. I find this works pretty well. I wasn't sure which shade to get originally. I don't think it's too dark. I think it's kind of perfect, but you really need to blend it out with a powder afterwards, otherwise it does sit a bit dark and strange on my skin. I'm actually not going to put any on my hairline sticks. I think I'm just going to end up using some more bronzer. So again, I'm just going to pick up my blending brush. I got a little bit on my nose and obviously my cheeks. Okay, I brought up a little bit into my hairline because I kind of had a bit more than I usually do. So I'm just going to go again with my beauty blender. Just kind of pat that out before we add the powder. I'm going to work on my brows now while that kind of chills out, and then I'm going to obviously powder it. So as always, I'm going to be using my Physicians Formula Brown Gel Eyeliner and my Zoeva Wing Liner 713 brush. And I'm just going to fill in my brows and I brush them, and then I'm going to set them with my Essence Clear Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. And because I'm going for a really bronzed out look, I want to make sure my brows do help frame my face and don't get lost as if I forgot to do them, but you don't need to do them super heavy. It's whatever your preference is. Yesterday I read the funniest thing about eyebrows. I'm on a beauty group from sydneexo. It's the everything beauty related group, and somebody was posting about their eyebrows, and they're like, does anyone else feel like one of their eyebrows is like a naughty child, disobedient, uncooperative, a pain? And I was like, yes, my right brow. This is the one I have a scar in, which is why for years and years I had really thin brows because I hated having a line through it. And now I regret it, of course. But this brow is such a pain to do. And they're definitely more like, you know, sisters instead of twins. Sometimes they feel like cousins, but, you know, they're getting better. They're starting to fill in a bit. I'm actually going to get some castor oil because apparently that really helps stimulate eyebrow and hair growth. So we're going to see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to go in now with a powder for my face. And this is such an old powder. It's an Advanced Radiance Natural Beige powder from CoverGirl. And I used to use this a lot, especially early days to YouTube. I haven't reached for it for a while, but I figured, you know, why not? I should have done this before my contour, but you know, what the hell. So now for my bronzer, wow, my lighting is getting a little wonky. That's okay. We shall fix. I'm going to use the Revlon Photo Ready Bronze and Chic bronzer. And this got 4 colors. If you guys watched my video with Sandy doing my makeup, she went for the darkest ones and it was super heavy. So I tend to use the lighter two at the top and sometimes a little touch of this dark one because it's a bit more cool toned. I just use the tip of this brush. This is the Zoeva Cream Cheek 128, but it's like the perfect thing. You can use it for blush or contour. I just like it for contour because it really like fits in there. So I just use the tip of it on my nose. And then sometimes, and today seems to be one of those days where it just doesn't want to cooperate, I'm going to go into my BH Cosmetics Professional Blush Palette and just pick up my contour color from here, which is this one. I'm just going to put this in the backs of my cheeks because for some reason today I'm looking a wee bit Oompa Loompa and I'm not about that life. Oh, the contour, I don't know if the lighting is going to really show on camera, but when it changes like that, I look really stark and orangey, and I'm not having that. And I'm just going to use this one underneath of my jawline and just blend it down my neck a little bit. No double chins here. Thank you very much. And if you ever go overboard and you want to fix it up, you can always go over again with your foundation brush, which is what I'm going to do. Just kind of lighten it up a little bit. And now for highlighter, I'm going to be using, this is Noble Touch Mineralized Eyeshadow from MAC. You guys have seen me, I use this all the time as my highlighter. And, ooh, the cap broke recently, and I'm trying to fix it. It's very upsetting, but that light shade. And I'm just going to use this brush, I'm going to use this brush from, I think it's Royal & Langnickel, and it's their C147 Round Angle Blender. And this just really gets it right onto the high points of my cheek. And I'm also going to bring it up a little bit to my temple, kind of like you would if you were strobing your face, if you guys have been following the most recent makeup trend, which is basically just highlighting your face and skipping contour. But today is not a strobing day for me, so I'm just going to pop that on there, a little bit on my nose, Cupid's bow, and my chin. To me, this is not quite enough, so if I'm going to go overboard, I'm going to do it today. And I'm going to use just my finger, and this is the Face Glow palette from Forever 21. I've still only, oh, hair in my face. There you are. I've still only ever used the highlight, not the contour, which is not contour because it's got shimmer in it, or the blush. But I like the highlight because it's cream. The other two are powders. So I'm just going to take my ring finger, swirl that bad boy around, tap it, and just go over the same places. You could do the cream and then the powder, but I always kind of second guess if I'm going to use the cream or not. I'm just going to do a touch of blush. And I was debating on what kind of blush I was going to wear. I'm still kind of debating it. I think... Decisions. I wanted to keep it kind of brown, but I'm thinking I need a little bit more color. So I'm just going to take a stippling brush. This is the Small Stippler C255, I believe, again from, oh, Royal & Langnickel. And I'm just going to go for this light corally kind of color, just to warm my cheeks up a bit. It also helps take away a little bit of the sharpness of the contour color-wise. Tones it down just a wee bit. Now, onto the eyes. I did a trial for this, like I said, last week, and I did 3 different eye looks because I didn't know what I wanted to do yet for my dress. And now I'm sitting and looking at the palettes that I use, and I can't remember everything that I used. So I'm really, really annoyed with myself. So we're going to see how this goes. But I know first things first, I'm going to start off with my lid primer. I'm just going to use a concealer brush to spread it out, blend it out. First color I'm going to be using is Laced out of the Urban Decay Vice palette, you guys have seen before. It's like my go-to crease nude. And I'm just going to use the brush that came with it and just blend it out into the crease. You're not going to see it, it's just there to help blend out the other colors. Next I'm just going to take another crease fluffy brush. I'm going to use this darker brown matte color from my In the Buff palette, and I'm just going to buff that into my crease and up. And now with just a flat shader brush, I'm going in with Muse, also from the Vice palette. Most colors are from the Vice palette. And I'm going to put this all over my lid. And really packing it on. And then just using the same brush I used with the matte brown, taking a little bit more of the matte brown, and just blending out the edges. And now just taking a pencil blending brush, I'm going to go in with Desperation, which is a really dark, dark brown. I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of this. It's an almost black color. I'm just going to put this in the outer V and a little bit into my crease, just to add a little bit more depth and also to help to blend that color, lid color into the crease. And again, back in with that first brush and just blending it out. And then just taking a smaller flat shader brush, I'm going to go in with the color Jagged, which is a blackened gold, bronzy gold color, and just putting that on top of the lid color. Not packing it too densely, but making sure that the gold reflex are seen. I'm just going to take a really big fluffy brush, which is the Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer, and just buff all of these crease colors together and blending them up when necessary, just to make this transition nice and smooth and not blocky. Then in the Buff palette, I'm going in with this matte eggshell color. I'm just going to go in with my ring finger and just pat this onto my brow, because a matte highlight just looks really nice with this. And bringing it a little bit into the bridge of my nose, just in case it gets a little too dark. And then on the brush that we used for Jagged, I'm just going to go in with an ever so light touch of this dark brown in the Buff palette. And literally just tiny, tiny bit over the black and dragging it into where we have Jagged on the rest of the lid. And then taking our large shader brush, which we used for the lid color for Muse, just get that on the tip of it, and then I'm going to just drag it on my lower lash line all the way in. And then I'm just going to take a brown eyeliner pencil and tightline my waterline and my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take my brown liquid liner and do my nice wing. And now, just to pop on some mascara and our eyes will be finished. And now the eyes are done. So for the lips, I'm going for a coral lip, but I'm going to first line my lips with Pale Pink from NYX. The lipstick I'm going to be wearing is Coral Queen by Rimmel, and then the gloss is going to be Rimmel's Vinyl Gloss in Be Famous. And the face is done, and now I'm just going to curl my hair and I will show you all the finished outfit and everything put together. So that's my outfit, my hair and my makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys like Get Ready With Me videos. I like doing them. I just don't go out very often for them, so I kind of don't have the chance to do them. But if you like them, thumbs up, share it, let me have a comment down below. And any other videos you guys want to see, of course, hit me up on my social media or in a comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!